Thank you for joining, everybody, and make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you for joining ATB today. It's going to be a wonderful Friday episode. You hitting that like button makes it all the more possible. We got some great guests today. We're going to get right into it. On the top left, coming out of Kelly's basement, it is AJ Wrights Crypto, repping the BitLab Academy. You got the BTC shirt on. I love to see it. How are you doing today?
Hey, what's up? I'm doing great, man. Let's go. I'm ready.
All right. Also on today, I asked him to unbutton it, yet another button, and he came through. It is Big Pay. Big Pay, always a pleasure. Are you ready to talk some Cardano today?
I am. It's after those SNEC earnings. I've gained a little bit more confidence,
Yeah.
Hey,
it's always good to take some profit off some of these meme coins. Also on today, he's on the road. Maybe he's trying to track down Satoshi Nakamoto. It is Crypto Blood. Crypto Blood. Can you tell us where you're on location?
I'm having some internet difficulties, so I'm trying to get it all together, bro. Thanks for having me, Daisy.
Dude, dedication. Thank you for joining from the vehicle. Guys, make sure you follow everybody, and the links will be in the description below. Really appreciate it there, Crypto Blood. And last but not least, coming from the padded wall interior, it is Piano Matty B. Piano Matty B. Are you ready for the weekend?
Can't wait. This is when I play piano for about 5 hours a night at a piano bar. So it's like
I was going to say, do you have a gig? You have a gig lined up
every Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. Make sure you request Sweet Caroline. All right, let's get right into it. He actually won't mind if you ask for some of the classics. Just a small town girl. All right, but back to Cardano here. Cardano poised to have a breakout, but I want to temper that with some bad news, actually. We just fell one place in combined total market cap here. Cardano fell to number 8. You'll never guess who passed it. It wasn't, we might actually have the wrong window pulled open. No, just got passed by Lido Staked Ether. Lido Staked Ether coming in at number 7. Cardano now coming in number 8. But up since the start of the year, guys, it has been some green candles. Since the beginning of 2023, we are up almost 50%. But don't start popping the champagne just yet. Bitcoin is up 56%. Ethereum up 63%. Actually, yeah, swap those. But Charles Hoskinson, he did say, hey, Cardano might soon outperform Bitcoin, the flagship cryptocurrency. It has had some notable achievements since the beginning of the year. Transaction volume since the beginning of January up 200%. Total value locked up 300%. New stablecoin, new products such as Cardano, Bitcoin. We're still, kind of holding on to that number 3 spot in NFT volume. But like I did say, fell a spot in market cap down to number 8 there. Well, Big Pay, I want to ask you about some of the upcoming developments. You really got to keep your ears to the street when it comes to Cardano dApps being built. Maybe it sounds a little too techy. Maybe it's the communication style. Maybe they're just too smart. And, as small brain, smooth brain individuals like myself can't comprehend what's happening here. But what upcoming development are you most bullish about when it comes to Cardano?
Well, adding a bullish at the end kind of changes it. I'm really, I'm kind of just, waiting as far as bullish goes for the next bull market to come around. When you look at Cardano and you look at Ethereum's market cap is so high. And obviously, there's more risk with Cardano because there's less users, there's less people building on it. But because that market cap is so low, I think the gains that you can get are much higher as this ecosystem starts to grow and develop. As far as what I'm most excited for, taking the bullish term out, I actually just downloaded the new version of Cardano Node, and this new version is called 8.0. And this new version actually has governance features built into it. You can actually start governance processes with the Cardano node and, actually start to get votes from people. So that's really what I'm most excited for right now is, Cardano's governance is coming and it's on its way. The second thing is Hydra. Hydra is, layer 2 as a service on Cardano. So if you're a protocol that needs faster transactions, but you still want to use Cardano's layer 1 as the decentralization layer, you can do that and create your node, have fast transactions the exact way you want it. And that should be coming later this year. It was just put on the test net, I think, last month. So,
all right. Well, I almost asked you, the most bullish development for Cardano's price action, is it actually the Bitcoin halving cycle?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
At the end of the day,
or maybe SNEC,
Yeah. Hey, it could be the snake token. All right. Well, AJ, with all this DeFi taking shape on Cardano, is there anything in the charts that maybe we should be paying attention to? Are you feeling bullish, just from maybe hitting some old price targets?
Yeah, to be honest, I really like where Cardano is in the charts right now. Since the beginning of 2023, we've been putting in, higher lows and higher highs on large time frames, which is great. Another really important level for Cardano I want people to watch is 415 41 cents. So it's a really important support resistance level. It was the ceiling. Excuse me. It was the floor back in July of 22. We bounced off of it, and then we fell through it in October. We got rejected from it November. We got rejected in January and February. Finally broke through it when we pumped up in April. Sell in May, walk away was true in the case of Cardano, as we lost 9% from the start of May to right now. And we are headed back up we are once again under that support resistance level. We're currently at 37 cents. We need to get above 41.5 cents there. And I feel like since the last time we put in a higher high, we did finally cross that important SR level. So I kind of feel that if the momentum keeps going up and we don't put in any lower lows on larger timeframes, if we can put on that higher high and flip and bullishly retest that SR level, that would be good. Also, we're above the 50 line on the 12-hour chart. We have a bullish MACD cross on the 12-hour chart, and the momentum is leaving the red. Hasn't started the green, but it's leaving the red on the 12-hour chart as well. So I am kind of looking. I'm looking at Bitcoin to see what Bitcoin does and kind of make my move from there. But I do like the setup where Cardano is on larger time frames.
I'm glad you said momentum. I think I could share the total value locked. You see a lot of momentum moving to the upside here. Just total value locked. Since, like I said, the beginning of the year, we have just been on a bullish tear. However, this is total value locked in ADA. If you look at USD amount, when Cardano had a higher price, we actually were higher TVL in March. But when it comes to ADA, this is the most amount of ADA locked up that's ever been locked up. Well, crypto blood, it seems like this change just keeps trying to go and keeps trying to go. The community is strong. VCs reject it. Average, the big money rejects it. Corporate interests seem to reject it here. What is Cardano's biggest obstacle today? Is there some sort of missing ingredient here?
Yeah, users. If you look at Cardano's, well, first of all, look at bandwidth, right? I think Cardano's TPS is about 3.2 transactions per second. Now, can anyone out there tell me Bitcoin's transactions per second? It's 7. All right, so we got to get above Bitcoin here, guys. Just to put it into perspective, Visa is 1,700 transactions per second. So if you look at not so much the TVLs, which is your speculative metric, right? How much money is locked up? Sure, that's a good metric to look at. But ultimately, you want to look at utility and how many and the activity on the network, and we're just not there. So to me, I look at those metrics, DZ, to really give a real value or valuation on a blockchain network. And so we got a long way to go with Cardano. Not saying it won't be something in the future, but right now I think it's way overvalued. I know, you guys are doing your thing on the Cardano network and everything, and it will pay off for possibly those who adopt the network early, and you can, saturate the market. But as of right now, I'm not a buyer.
Okay, now I'll pretend you didn't get these talking points from the Litecoin conference. I'm kidding. Big Pay, any rebuttal to the low transactions per second narrative? You're muted. He was going to say we batch transactions.
So yeah, that's one way. But even without batching transactions, right now it's 1,000 transactions per second. Once Hydra launches, which is coming later this year, we're going to be looking at 100,000 per second on these individual Hydra nodes. And as far as my rebuttal to the community part, Cardano is number 3 of any community. I love cryptocurrency, so I'm always checking out other communities and trying to talk to people or speak with people from other communities. Cardano has the 3rd most thriving community in all of crypto.
Number 1, number 2 is Pepe and Sheeb, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Ethereum's 5th. So
Okay. All right. Well, Piano Matty B, this is kind of a open-ended question. Feel free. This might even make you a little uncomfortable here. Is Cardano always going to be a chain for nerds?
Well, that's a good question, and I think I learned more about Cardano when Big Pay had his segment there than I have in my whole life. So thank you for that.
Big Pay is one of the cool ones. He's one of the cool ones. You can tell by the hair and the shirt buttons.
For sure.
I actually have met him. He is a cool guy. I love him.
I think Cardano is like that classic middle child. You have Bitcoin as the older brother, that overachiever that can do no wrong. Then you have Ethereum as the younger star of the show. He can do no wrong. Even when he fails, everyone loves him. And then Cardano, no matter what Cardano, the middle child, does, no one really cares, right? It's not that attractive. He's got red hair, maybe, I heard, but at the end of the day, I judge all my altcoins on their founder. I want my founder to be high on the spectrum index, and Chucky Ho Ho is high. Not as high as Viddy Boo Boos, but high enough for me to invest in his idea.
That's a new one.
All right. AJ writes, Crypto, do you agree with Cardano is the redheaded middle stepchild?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Cardano has done a very great job, good job separating itself from a lot of the altcoins. It's kind of like in this tier of there are levels to this game, obviously, and there's like Bitcoins at the top, and there's Ethereum, but then Cardano is like right there, and I don't consider it a red-headed stepchild at all. I feel like it's probably like that the cool uncle, you know what I mean? The cool one.
All right. Uncle Tinfoil. Cardano's the smart kid that no one wants to date, and when you do, there's no action. Ouch. Just Jim, one of our super subs, remember the years of head start Ethereum had, but he did like the ginger comment. We love our redheaded viewers, content creators. Shout out to Crypto Taco. Any redheaded people, please hit that like button. All right, well,
market cap is almost 20 times less than Ethereum. That's a big point as far as looking at Cardano.
But it should be, in my opinion.
Ah, man, that's a good rebuttal. That was a good rebuttal.
It should be less than that. It should be
so looking at risk versus reward.
Yeah.
Looking at risk versus reward. If Ethereum goes to $1 trillion, you get a 5x. Enjoy it. If Cardano catches up to Ethereum, it's almost a 20x, and the users are there. The TPS is there. The builders are there. I talk to them every day. There are hundreds of companies building on Cardano at this point.
I'm with you there as far as potential gains on your portfolio. Yes, you have it's a law of large numbers. So of course you're going to have the possibility of making more money on your bags of Cardano. But again, at the end of the day, as an OG, I'm looking at utility, I'm looking at activity, and I'm not picking on Cardano. It's most of these damn NFT, these networks. There's no one using them. So you can look at
and
it.
That's why I feel like you are picking on Cardano, because all of these other networks, a lot of them are like completely trash. They don't have all these builders. They don't have like actual good thought and research put into it. Whereas, me working with Cardano every day is like a small YouTube channel. I have over 13,000 users that interact with me on a daily basis. And, I know hundreds of companies that are building on Cardano. When I look at these other chains, it's not there. I would love for it to be. I would love for, another chain to come up and kill it, but
you're right. I'm just saying Cardano's overpriced.
Okay. All right. Well, Crypto Blood, I'm extending an invitation to the Rare Evo event in Denver. And then, we'll talk about the comparison of, say, a Bitcoin conference, Litecoin conference, Cardano conference. I'm looking forward to it. I want to get you on a panel. Me, you, Big Pay.
Cardano,
let's try to make this happen.
No shade toward the Cardano community. That's the thing. We have to differentiate what reality is and saying that, someone's attacking a person or a community. I have all the love for Cardano community. I hope they do overtake Ethereum, because World Economic Forum is clearly in their back pocket. So all right. I'm with you, bro.
All right. Well, let's take a step here in our Nike NFTs. That is, first we're going to start by looking at Swoosh. This is .Swoosh's Nike's NFT marketplace. It is in closed beta right now. The first step was you claim your .Swoosh name. I think Johnny in the office here has it, but they have the Our Force One collection. I'm just going to scroll through it real quick. It's a new community experience designed to give you opportunity to co-create the future of Nike. You could trade and flex. Don't flex too hard. You might rip the sleeves. Build with your community. There's some people laughing. Why? Because they pulled up to a Nike event. Hey, make sure you scan QR codes at some of these Web3 conferences. All right. Well, obviously, never do that, folks. They've teamed up with EA Sports, folks. Dot Swoosh, Nike's Web3 arm, their NFT arm, their crypto arm. It's teaming up with maybe your favorite video game publisher. They make FIFA, Madden, NHL, NBA Live, PGA Tour, UFC, LPG or PGA. They have tons and tons of games, tennis. The list goes on and on. Of course, non-sports titles as well. The details are tight, but Nike executives said expect something pretty soon in the next couple months. The Nike NFT marketplace could be live for EA Sports titles there. Some of the athletes they have, EA, Cristiano Ronaldo, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, tons and tons of big name, tons and tons of big money here, big corporate interest. And the Our Force One collection, 97,000 of those were sold to 53,000 wallets. So pretty good numbers right there. AJ, I'm going to start with you. With almost 100,000 of these were sold, over 50,000 wallets. Are these going to garner the same type of hype we've seen with previous NFT hype cycles? Will the Web3 community embrace the swoosh?
I mean, I think they kind of have to. Like when we talk about adoption, like we always want to talk about adoption, right? Like it's always like, how are we going to get to, like, this is one of those steps up the ladder or the staircase or whatever to mass adoption. They are setting a new standard here. This is starting a trend. Until this time, we've never had NFTs incorporated in like real legitimate video games, like from EA Sports. Like this is massive. Like I play Madden, FIFA. I love those video games. Everyone loves those games if you're a gamer. It's like it's the baseline for video games. And to be able to implement that into the game actually is a game changer. And that is going to set the standard not just for video games, but for other companies wanting to, oh, don't you want to wear this shirt as your skin? Don't you want like this helmet in whatever game? Like for a bunch of games, not even just sports game. This is going to set the standard for integration the way we want to see it, which will lead to adoption. That's the point.
Okay. All right. Will you pay $5 for, say, Bitcoin shoes? All your players on Madden. Okay. $5. Last question. Would you pay $25?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Totally.
All right. Especially if they're tradable, I imagine here. Well, Piano Matty B, this is, again, a little bit of a fun question. We did have someone in the office. They're able to get one of these dot swooshes. It is now closed beta. You can't get any more, at least at the moment. Do you think he's going to make it? Is this a good domain or name to acquire, you think?
Yeah, ultimately, I do think it's going to be popular. But I've got seeing as though it's June, I have a hand on this red button, and I know that Nike did a Dylan Mulvaney tank top for women's wear. So it's like I'll never forget that. So as far as I'm concerned, I hit the red button, and for that reason alone, I'm out. And so if I thought more people would kind of walk away from that, but maybe they've forgotten, and maybe they just have to see around the blockchain to remember, no. They put a man in women's clothes instead of hiring a woman athlete, one of the millions of successful women athletes. They put a man in there. So this is my hand. This is the red button. I'm out.
Okay. There you go. That one was for you, Maddie. That one was for you there. Big Pay. I kind of want to ask you about the ecosystem underlying all this. It appears it's going to be a closed ecosystem, similar to VV, what they're doing with the Disney stuff and the Marvel stuff. So you could put some money on, you get your Nike bucks or whatever they're going to call it, and then you can't really sell it and turn it into fiat. There's no way of pulling this capital out of there. Do you think a closed ecosystem can survive long term? Or will the free market demand more freedom?
I think because it's Nike, they can probably get away with it. But with most ecosystems, it's not very smart to be closed. It's important to allow other people to come up and build upon these items and not have to go through a direct company to sign a deal just to get these NFTs on your platform. NFTs themselves should be open for any developer of any video game or any product or any service to be able to integrate these easily into their application, because it's good for whatever the ecosystem is. They're going to have, more ways for the users to use their products, more, developers, building, utility for the ecosystem. So I think because it's Nike, they'll do just fine. But I think that they're also kind of scared of, securities lawyers and, kind of what's happened with crypto in the past year or two. So makes sense. I think they'll be all right. But another ecosystem, make sure it's not closed.
All right, all right. And going to Crypto Blood here, I did miss 1 point, +1 for Blood, exposing the WEF and ETH connection there. So let me give you one here. Question to you about these Nike NFTs. Can the Nike NFTs get as popular as a rare Fortnite skin or a shiny Pokemon? Will it reach that level of hype?
Finally, ATB, you got a topic that I'm excited about. Like AJ said, this is game changing. This is what I like to see happen in the blockchain space. And so, hey, kudos to Nike and the crew for putting this together. To Big Pay's point, it is all about regulatory guidelines and issues that they have to follow. And that is the sole reason why it is going to be closed. And so, unfortunately, the end user is not going to really benefit monetarily from this partnership. So, I don't know, man. I don't know how the future looks in the US with NFTs, blockchain in general. I think that they're going to ring fence US citizens and they're not going to be able to speculate, because essentially that's what it's going to be. If it's an open source or open platform, that allows for speculation to occur. So they don't want that here. They don't want you to make some money while playing your video games and having fun. So, it is what it is. But across the globe, this is going to be wonderful. People are going to continue to be able to take themselves out of poverty with playing video games and integrating with blockchain. So, hey, the future is bright, definitely, with this type of platform.
If you could fit your NBA Live team with any shoe ever, what would you choose? I would probably go with the Back to the Future electric pumps.
Gucci flip-flops.
Gucci flip-flops. All right. I don't want to see LeBron's toe, though. Do not Google LeBron's baby toe. Do not Google that. Do not Google that. I don't want to see it, though.
Flip-flops, man. I used to hoop in flip-flops.
Well, that's Detroit for
and
you.
Golf.
All right.
Anyways. Too, by the way. I do golf in flip-flops. Seriously.
All right. Well, you know what? 1 point for that. All right. Well, let's talk about Senator Warren and the fentanyl scourge. I have a picture here. I don't know what we want to show first. We have Evil Warren, and we also have I think this is the largest seizure of fentanyl pills, at least in California history, if not American history. There might have been one larger one in Arizona. But she's found a new reason to hate crypto. This time it is fentanyl. She's using this narrative to push the Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act. To be fair, though, to her credit, about 150 people do die every single day, Americans, from a fentanyl overdose. But this rationale comes from a Chainalysis report that's saying Bitcoin and Tether are helping fuel the fentanyl trade ecosystem. We have a picture of her. I think this is the moment that she found that out. She was very, very upset. The smoking gun, where are they getting this information? There's a lot of figures out there. Since 2018, are you sitting down? Okay, we're looking at 5 years. Since 2018, $37 million have been sent to Chinese drug manufacturers. But I looked at some numbers. I looked at 2021 seizures. This is just what we caught coming into the borders. This isn't what came over the borders. This is just what we caught. I don't know what we caught. 1%, 10%, 20%. I don't know the number. But what we caught, the street estimate value, over $1 billion. Thousands of pounds. So, 37 million over 5 years. Meanwhile, potentially billions are pouring over the border every year. So there's a little bit of a difference in numbers here. Well, AJ writes crypto. I've seen your board. It's a little conspiratorial. Is fentanyl the real reason for this crackdown?
I mean, absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is just the next angle that Warren's taking to attack crypto. We all know that she's biased. She hates crypto for whatever reason, and this is just another angle she has. And to be honest, the fact that this is her angle, it's kind of disgusting. And for example, if you get in a car crash, right, that doesn't mean you should outlaw cars. That means you should just find a way to make them safer. And criminals are going to be criminals regardless of what medium they do it through. If there's one thing I know, that in this life, the streets are undefeated and they're just going to it's never going to end ever. And it's actually easier to do drug deals with cash than it is to do drug deals with crypto. Crypto is like, if you want to get caught, use crypto. And the fact that she thinks that this is her vehicle, this is her golden ticket to getting crypto banned is just mind blowing to me. Elizabeth Warren is one of the most corrupt politicians to ever step foot in Washington. And if you haven't watched the videos that Ben has done on Elizabeth Warren, please do, because there are some hard hitting facts. The content team, research team did a great job on that video. And I can't stand her. I can't stand her at all.
Chemistry Bro brought up a good point. One of the glowing names, always easier to see if you're a super sub. Should probably ban cash then, since majority of drug trades globally is done using USD cash. Good point there. Big Pay, is there a line being drawn in the sand regarding crypto? What can me and you do? What can we do to stop this?
I think just keep doing what we're doing. There's no line being drawn. They've been saying this for years. I mean, what is the universal, symbol for snorting cocaine? It's the US dollar, right? So no, I don't
wait a minute. Is it? No, sorry.
Little spoon.
Move on.
But man, the pinky, man, the pinky. It's the pinky, man. It's the pinky.
Right. Yeah. So no, I don't think there's any line being drawn. I mean, what is Bitcoin also good at? And crypto also good at? It's good for tracking every single person's transaction and every transaction they've ever made. So it's actually better for them coming after you if you're buying or selling drugs than cash. So no, it's just them doing what they always do and looking for a reason to tax something. Last time it was FTX. This time it's fentanyl. Next time I'm sure it's going to be children. So
all right. Hey, actually, probably not a bad prediction there. All right, Crypto Blood prediction time here. Will it be easier or harder to use Bitcoin for illicit activities 5-10 years from now?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to say easier. I think the encryption and mixing methods will get better. And yeah, we'll stay ahead of the chain analysis of the world and all these other companies that's working with the governments. That's the beauty about crypto, the cryptography part, right? That's what it's all about, cryptography. So I think we will continue to get better at encrypting the transactions, mixing them up, and obfuscating them. So I have a lot of faith in us being able to keep that privacy long term. One thing I just want to say, are we talking about Elizabeth Warren, the Native American?
Yes.
Exactly.
That lady?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. Now, I don't pay her any mind. She needs to worry about Title 42 and how that expired and worry about things that really are a threat to America. You're talking about fentanyl. You're letting it all in now with Title 42 expired.
Yeah.
So come on now.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say she needs to worry about firewater.
Trump 24.
Okay. We did have Jason Casper bringing up a really, really good point. Shout out to Jason Casper. You see him in the chat. Make sure you follow his channel as well. U.S. government brought these drugs here. And I have a strong opinion as well. I see it as just a military operation by adversarial government. That's a whole other topic there.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Now, Piano Matty B, I'm going to have you argue potentially the other side here. Do you think us in crypto, do we minimize the effects of crypto of making crime easier?
That's a tough one because like I was just picturing that drug deal, in the corner, where it's like, hey, you got the stuff? Yeah, I do. You got the cash? I was like, no, I got Bitcoin. Well, how do I do that? Well, here's my affiliate link to Ledger. Just click on this. Yeah, you got to actually put in your real name. And you take a picture of yourself, just hold it up like that with all your pertinent information. And then like in 24 hours, I'll send you the goods, buddy, and we're gone. Like that's never going to happen. This is all part of Elizabeth Warren's Kabuki theater, not to be confused with Elizabeth Warren's Bukkake theater. That's a whole other story too. So this is going to come and go back and forth. It's just what did I say? What did I say?
Nothing
okay.
at all.
The truth.
The truth.
You're speaking fact. Preach.
All right.
Preach, Matty.
Well, good point there. I think it could go both ways. Yeah, on one end, it's obviously easier to slip someone a $20 bill when you shake their hand versus All right, we just got to wait for this block to confirm. Okay, well, let's go. Our transaction went on the bus. Oh, we're on the next transaction block. Yeah, it's probably doesn't work that way too easily. But I think that is all we had time for, guys. I think this was a great episode. Hit that like button if you enjoyed yourself. If you enjoyed that little bit of a fire and ice between Crypto Blood and Big Pay, I really do want to get us three on a panel at Rare Evo. I think it would be electric. I think it would be wanted and needed in this space. I think we even get Charles Hoskinson to, heckle Crypto Blood. It'd be a great time.
Absolutely. But, hey, and then we'll go smoke a cigar afterwards.
Right. Well, if it's a Cardano conference, they're smoking something else. But Crypto Blood, you ended up taking it home.
Denver, Colorado. So.
Hey, don't get mushrooms on the pizza. Crypto Blood, feel free. Leave us with some parting thoughts. Heading into the weekend, tell us why you hate Cardano.
I hate crypto. How about that? Go follow me on YouTube. I changed my YouTube name to I Hate Crypto. So go follow me there. Shout out to Big Pay, AJ, Matty. Love you guys. Go follow them as well. Look, man, it's all fun and games. But at the end of the day, we just need to push adoption, get more people using these blockchains. And we'll get there, though. So I have a confidence in that. So, hey, that's it, man. Have a great, safe weekend, guys.
Uncle Tinfoil. DZ made me Google LeBron baby toe. I'll never be able to unsee that. I told you. Make sure you hit that like button. That's all we got. Until Monday, Bit Squad out.